Hey friends, Mike Adams here with Navajo Generating Station Remembered. And standing next to me is the one and only Bobby Poole.
Yeah.
Hey, we're out here at the Visitor Center at Glen Canyon Dam. You can see behind us what's going on there. And we thought this would be a nice little backdrop for us. A little bit of Lake Powell, a little bit of scenery, get outside. Still practicing social distancing. Of course, we're about 4 feet right now because we're feeling a little bit rebellious.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way
We've always been that way.
That's right. So I asked Bobby to join me this morning and talk about his time at Navajo Generating Station. I'm going to let him tell you his story. I'll ask a few questions along the way, but this is going to be his time. And so just to set the stage a little bit, Bobby and I spent the morning out near the plant, and we watched and videoed the boilers coming down, the boiler implosion, units 1, 2, and 3. That was this morning about 9:15 or so that happened, 9:20.
Amazing.
So we saw that come down, and we'll talk about that too in this conversation. So Bobby, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Mike?
It's so good to see you, man.
It's great to see you.
It's just it's good to have some
really
time.
exciting. It's the best thing that's happened to me in a long time.
Oh man,
Stuck in the bedroom for a year on end. Man, I can't believe it.
yeah, it gets old, man. I'm telling you. But I'm really glad that you're with me today. And
Thank you.
why don't we start by introducing yourself? Talk a little bit about
My name's
who you are and kind
Bobby
of your pedigree.
Poole. I came here because of this place in 1957. I was 3 years old. My dad was a pipe fitter, and he worked on the dam. He got sick. I don't think he was able to see the completion of this. It was close. He died in September of 65 in Santa Monica Veterans Hospital. Dr. Kazan flew me and Tessie down there several times a year so I could visit him. Went through our normal growing pains in Page, watching the dam come up and then watching everyone leave. And in between the dam and the power plant starting was a fun time for me. There was only like 2,400 people in town, and everyone knew everyone's name. Nobody locked doors. It was an amazing time. I loved it. And then the power plant started, and that was an amazing thing. I started with them in 1974 with
You're talking about
Owens Corning
Fiberglass.
I was an insulator helper. We just stuffed channel glass and helped cut, follow along that way. In fact, it was so weird today watching what we saw. I sat out there on Unit 2 precip deck doing all the channel glass and watching them build Unit 3 boiler. There was nothing there. They were doing all the iron work and everything, putting it all together, and I'd be sitting there staring at it thinking, oh my gosh, they're gonna fall. But it was an awesome thing to watch. I stayed on for about a year and then moved on with Bill Elam with ENS Plumbing.
Oh yeah.
And
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I worked there for my dad and my brother were all tied in with that because they were both pipe fitters, and they were trying to get me in to the pipe fitting union. And back then it was father-son type deal,
Right.
But then it changed. So I even go out to the dry farm and pull weeds for Bill if there was nothing doing, Did that, and then I followed you and took your job after you left Reservation Laundry as a truck driver.
Yeah, with Al and Sandy.
Al and Sandy Taylor. Sandy passed away, God bless her. Al is still around, and they're the ones that helped us, me and Lenny, get married, or Lenny and I get married. It was great. Fun time. We did a lot of four-wheeling, with the sand buggies I always had.
Oh, yeah.
And then I decided to try and get on
With SRP?
Yeah, with NGS, I tried and I didn't make it, and then I tried again, and there was so many people, and at this was all in like a week. I got a letter from local 469 pipe fitters from Phoenix wanting me to go to work at Palo Verde and teaching me my apprenticeship there, And then I got a letter from NGS, Salt River Project, and I thought of chasing my brother all over just to say hi to him, all over the place. I had no more of that for me. I'm staying put.
Yeah.
So I took Salt River, and man, it was hard. Their duck school was really, really, how hard it was. But
maybe we should explain what duck school is in case somebody's not familiar, how it got that name. Do you want to do that, or you want me to?
Go ahead. You know exactly how to put it.
These operator trainee schools that they would have out there at NGS, when you went up on the boiler or on the precipes or somewhere up high and you watched the instructor walking around the plant, the class was right behind him. And so it became kind of a joke. It looked like a family of ducks. And so it began to be called duck school. And you could literally watch. In fact, sometimes it was a bit of a game. The instructor would go somewhere he didn't need to go because, the people following didn't know.
It's like a little
and it's
snake.
Just like, it's like a little snake going through the thing. It was called duck school, but it was really the operator trainee school.
Oh, it was great. That lasted, what was it? It was 2 months?
Yeah, 2 months, 6 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
It was quite a while.
And if you failed, if you failed 2 tests, you're out, or was it 1?
You're gone.
I don't remember.
It was 2, I think. You're right.
Yeah, so the pressure was on.
Yeah, it was on. And I hadn't been in school in quite some time, so I had to kick everybody out of the house, make them go to my mom so I could study,
There you go.
Quiet. But I made it, and that was in June of 1980.
Okay.
I started as an operator trainee.
Okay.
Then rose up through the ranks over the years. It had changed. It was operator trainee, assistant fuel handler,
right,
assistant auxiliary operator, and auxiliary operator,
right,
assistant control room operator, and control room operator.
Right.
Then they changed it all into an O&M status because they were trying to make us all work together, operations and maintenance. So I ended up, when I retired, I was a O&M 3 specialist, and I put in 35.1 years out there. And I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, Salt River, man, they treat their employees well.
Yes, they do.
It's just amazing.
I think the longevity of people working there kind of testifies to that.
Exactly.
Yeah, great company to work for and great to be retired from.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
both and.
Yeah.
So your experiences then in operations for how many years did you say?
35.1.
35.1 years. All of that time spent in operations.
Yeah.
You would obviously get farmed out during overhauls to different departments. That was just a regular thing.
Asked, can we get some volunteers? And I said no. And then like a month later, I find out, I get a sheet saying I volunteered.
You've been volunteered.
Yeah.
It seems like mine were always nights.
But
6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But I enjoyed it, Thankfully, I ended up on the generator crew every year. The turbine crew, they did some hardcore work with sledgehammers.
That's right. Remember Big Bertha?
Oh yeah.
Thing. I always got on the turbine deck. That was always my
really.
My thing. But 2 of the years, toward the end, before I left in 1985, I got to work with the electric shop. And that was really good.
That was good for you.
These electricians taught me how to bend conduit, how to make a run, just what was going on. It was a cool job.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we had EIOs, electrician, instrument, and operations, they call them. But it
isn't like the little riddle, E-I-E-I-O?
Sometimes it was, because they didn't know what they were doing. Not all of them. Most of them did. Because, pushing these guys into a field that they didn't know anything about. It was kind of scary for them, too.
Sure.
They didn't like it.
Absolutely.
But we all learned to live with it, you know.
Yep. So let's talk about this morning. Let's fast forward a little bit. And you and I, we've been talking back and forth for a few days. And this morning it finally all came together where we were able to meet up. And
yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. And actually be there for the bringing down of the 3 boilers, unit 1, 2, and 3.
Amazing sight.
What was going through your mind there?
Sadness.
Yeah, okay.
I was very sad. Even, you know, you put up the ones with the stacks going down. Oh, it's just sad.
Yeah.
To me, there's no need for that. When we need, you know, electricity. Look at California, you know.
Right.
And that happened, what, 20 years ago with California. They're rolling blackouts and, you know, luckily we were there to help them out. But we're not going to be there now. You know,
you and I, as we were standing there waiting for the big event, which was, we were told it would be at 8:30.
Yeah.
And it ended up being close to 9:30.
9:30.
So, no biggie. I mean, we got there a little before 8. So we were out there a while. And while we were standing there, before I started recording that, you know, we shared a lot of memories about the place. And, you know, the things that went on there that we both know about. Some that, you know, we didn't know about for each other. But you think of like two dudes on fire. I mean, you know, that was quite a story. You want to explain that one a little bit?
Well, we had 2 operators, really good friends of ours. I don't know if I can use names or not.
Let's not.
Okay. They were good friends of ours, and these guys were like wild and crazy guys, you know. But we always called them 2 dudes on fire. Well, somebody said something, and I can't remember how it came to be, but I yelled out, "Oh, I saw him at the gas pumps." And I was just coming out of coal control. And I said, 2 dudes on fire.
Over the radio.
Yeah. Oh, what a mistake. Because it sounded like 2G or 2D
or something.
is on, and they're talking pulverizers, mills for coal. Everybody scrambled on that. I went
2D is on fire, baby.
Man. Oh, I was so embarrassed. But I didn't get found out. It was just somebody out there that said that. It wasn't me.
So that's one of many memories.
Oh,
you know,
man,
it was the same for me.
Ton.
When I saw the stacks go down back in December and then again today, just the memories that come flooding in because, especially on the boilers, because you and I both spent a lot of time on the boilers doing different things.
I was just saying that to you, that we knew every nook and cranny through overhauls and just our boiler checks.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything. And then to see it all go that quick.
That's right.
In fact, I would have missed it if you wouldn't have said, "Here."
Hey, there it is. What's going on over there?
Yeah, there's something happening. Oh, man. You can kind of explain it like your life passing in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
You know, I know it sounds cliche and stupid, but it's true.
It's true. That's a big part of your life.
Oh, I mean, man, a big part.
You know, spending so many years out there,
I miss it. I really enjoyed it out there. And there were times when it was quiet, kick back. You had time to reflect, you know, on your life and what was going on while you're getting your readings. But then there were times when you didn't even have time to get a lunch.
That's right.
And they were both exciting, you know. It was a great time.
Yeah. So a lot of memories out there.
Yes.
You know, we're both sad to see that plant shut down.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm glad that we got to witness the demolition, you know, of both of these.
So am I.
But it's sad at the same time.
Yeah.
You think about all the lives that were impacted, not only in all the years that Navajo Generating Station was here, but now impacted job-wise and you know, economy-wise and, you know, everything that's going on there.
And as a city.
Yeah, exactly. So, Bobby, I really appreciate you.
I thank you for asking me. I really appreciate it.
This is awesome. You know, I want to capture these stories and I want to get them, you know, on the web for people to
You're doing a
listen
good
to
job. I watched one interview already that you did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So
thanks. I
I
appreciate
thank
that.
you for doing this. This is amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
I saw you with Fred,
Okay. Yeah.
and that was a good interview. I really enjoyed
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed
And
both
he's a
those
good
interviews.
man to work for.
That's
He
good.
would come
That's
down,
good.
in fact, Fred, Bob Ford, RB. I don't think you
I don't
knew
know.
him,
No.
Richard Berry.
No.
They're all supervisors, but they give me a call, and I'd meet them down at Jack in the Box, and we'd have tacos, and we
Nice.
did this like 4 times, while I was off, already retired.
Yeah.
But man, the friendship, the camaraderie, I'm going to miss.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm already missing.
Absolutely. So hopefully we'll be able to capture a lot of these memories,
Yes.
both in interviews and in pictures
I
and
hope
videos,
you do, yeah.
and stick them on Navajo Generating Station Remembered.
That would
And,
be awesome.
hopefully that'll keep some of the memory alive for years to come.
We need it.
And maybe we can have a reunion.
Like I was saying, I wish we could have thought about having a yearbook every year out there at the power plant.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Nobody does that. So
Yeah, it would have been good. Well, I'll let you go. I want to thank everyone for watching again this interview again with Bobby Poole. And I want to point out one thing. Bobby and I really behaved because we didn't get on the wall.
Yeah,
okay,
we
so
didn't.
We stayed off the wall. Now, this may be a first for both of us, but this time, since we're being videoed, we stayed off the wall.
I think I learned from Pink Floyd. So
there you go. There's another brick in the wall.
Yeah.
Bobby, that's a good note to end on, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you for having me, Mike. Appreciate it.
You betcha. Thank you.
And good luck with all your endeavors getting this thing rolling.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's one other thing. You thought we were done. I want to just do a shameless plug for my other website, mikesdamphotojournal.com.
Oh, man, yes.
mikesdamphotojournal.com is the history of this. Glen Canyon Dam, the construction of Glen Canyon Dam, everything that was here in the mid-50s up through the, mid-70s, even beyond the construction of the dam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to document that. I've got tons of pictures out there.
And watch it.
Check it out, mikesdampodcast.com. That's not a failed attempt at me swearing. It's all about the dam.
Yes.
So it's Mike's Dam Podcast. I seldom fail when I swear. Anyway. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Oh, there it is.
What? Wow.